So one thing that's kind of an inconvenience about owning all these vehicles, my father and I mean, let's be real, it's kind of a part-time job maintaining them, you know, washing them, make sure the tabs are up to date and everything like that. But one thing that I guess would be the only downside is the periodic maintenance or servicing the vehicles. So this weekend came in, got all these cars staged and prepped because they all need oil changes. Some of them are pushing what, like 4 or 5 years old, something like that. Like this Viper's never had its oil changed. ZR1 has never had its oil changed. This did, but back when I first got it a few years ago, so I was like 3 years old. 2020 Corvette C8 never had its oil changed, and then the 98 Indy Pace car that we just got also never had its oil changed. And then the Ram, it is showing some service dampening system message on the dash. Brand new vehicle, shouldn't be doing that. But that's the only, I guess, downside of having so many vehicles, you know. Not that there could be one, really, but that doesn't get talked about too much. But there is a maintenance obligation that we have for these cars, and you gotta make them running right. And I'm using my old camera. This looks weird. I noticed in my couple videos that really quite shaky, so I'm trying to control that. I don't know where that little mic is. Remember that one video I did a microphone? I had like the wireless microphone. It sounded really good. I don't know what happened to that. But anyway, trying my new, not my new, it's an old camera of mine, but it has a gimbal, so that's why it's looking a little bit different, might sound a little bit different. Today, I'm gonna have all 5 of these cars, not the Hummer, but all 5 of these vehicles serviced. And when I say it's a part-time job, I mean that because, you know, they're all on different schedules and stuff, and that's kind of the reason why it's taken us 4+ years to get stuff like the Viper done, just because the time needed for that. You know, we have jobs. I hate how dealerships aren't open on Sundays. Is that just a Minnesota thing? We can't do any service unless you go to some, I don't know if like a Valvoline is open on Sundays, are they? I'm sure they are. But like a dealership, there's no Sunday hours. Maybe because banks are closed, which doesn't make any sense. You should still be able to service your car, right? Anyway, I wish that would change. But I have to schedule these things in advance, and I try to do it all at once. So I'm not, you know, coming to the toy box, grabbing a car, oil change, coming back, and then going to work, which would be fine too. But just, I don't know, just want to get it all done at once, I guess. So anyway, today we're gonna do that, and we're gonna start with the Ram. Just showed you what comes up on the screen because it says service dampening system. This one should be quick and easy though. It's just, hopefully they have to plug in the port and recalibrate that setting. The other ones all need oil changes except the 98. That's gonna get new tires. One thing I'll mention too is that this is gonna be a little bit of a hassle because I don't have a runner. It's just me. So they don't have a shuttle until I think like 8 o'clock this morning. I'm gonna try to convince them to just have someone drive me up the road real quick, and then I can just shuttle from there. Because by the time this one's done, should be able to get another one in there. That's kind of my thought process on this too. Is, you know, they're all getting oil changes. That takes maybe half an hour or something like that. I can wait while it's being done, and then I can swap it out for the other one. So I have my appointments half an hour in between each other. All right, here's card number 2. Might want to put the top up on this thing, but screw it. I'll just crank the heat. This one needs oil change and new tires. This one's exhaust is actually on the side. Alright, all the Viper needs, since it only has 334 miles, is an oil change, maybe a coolant flush. We'll see what they recommend. So far, haven't had the ability to drive one back, so I've just gotten a shuttle every single time. I'm not used to this car. How do we get the top up? I don't feel like freezing again. That 98 Indy Pace car was a little chilly. Let's seal this guy up. Alright, this one just needs oil change. Yeah, just change oil, sitting at 90 miles. So we'll drop this guy off. Alright, I got the first vehicle done. It's the TRX. I shouldn't say it's done. How could a car with 161 miles already need a new driver's side front shock? That's what they said. The valve is bad. So when you turn this car on, it says what is it? Service active dampening system. And they did a diagnosis on it. It's a new front left shock. So, okay, well that's one that I guess is completed, but I need to order a new shock, which is on back order, so they're gonna call me when it comes in. And now I'm gonna pick up probably the Z06. 242 miles on the 07 Z06. This one, same thing as the others. Maybe a coolant flush, transmission flush, oil change, air filter. See what else they recommend. Same thing with this guy, just an oil change. Just got a call that the Viper was ready, but I have the Viper back here already. So I'm gonna see what they did to that one. That one I think just needed an oil change too, but we tell them to go ahead and do any type of fluid change that's necessary. So I'll bring the ZR1 there next. 1, 2, 3, this is number 4 that is done for the day, right? Yeah, there's the Viper. Waiting for the shuttle to get here. Just an oil change on this guy as well. Kind of bummed when I brought the ZR1. I found this little spot, which I'm not too happy about. I think it's kind of new. I don't think the dealership did it. But I would have seen this last time I washed the car. See that? It's like a crack. It's underneath the clear wrap, but it's into the paint and the clear coat. Might be able to get that touched up. It's gonna bug me if I don't. So okay, shuttle should be here any minute. I get back in the, hopefully the 98 Indy Pace cars. Almost ready. That one I brought in there pretty early today, but that needs the most work, like coolant and transmission and differential and tires. So who knows, when I left the ZR1 it wasn't brought in yet, but we're getting there. This is the only thing bad about all the cars is the maintenance that's required with them. Granted, it's not very often. Some of these waited 4+ years. Whatever, just take one day. It's already 1 o'clock. I got almost 5 hours into this already. Another dangerous thing about having car service is that it gives me an opportunity to shop upon this sick demon. But look at this. I have to add this to the stable. It's another TRX Final Edition, but I love this orange. How sweet that is. It's great with the black and the gray accents. It's got a tonneau cover, which would be new for us. Look at that. However, I've been standing here for like walking around for like 3 hours. A single salesman has approached me. So I texted my guy who works here, who's not here today. I'm trying to work out a deal. What do you guys think of this though? Sweet color, huh? Get 2 Final Editions in the stable. They got 2 more TRXs here actually. But the red is kind of weird to me. Maybe because it's not metallic. It's a base one. That's a Final Edition over there. We'll see if they're willing to wheel and deal on that orange one here today or tomorrow. Alright, y'all, that was almost 8 hours. That's what it took to service 6 cars. Well, really 4 of them, because the 78, or I'm sorry, the 98 is still getting work done. They're not going to be ready with that one until tomorrow. And the TRX has to have a new shock for the driver's side front. And that won't be in for who knows how long. This guy doing flashing his lights. Not at me. Someone else. Not his ass too. So that won't be in for, what is it? 1 to who knows how many weeks. But while I was there, Bob's been wanting to get another TRX for a while now. This is before we even got the gray one, before we sold the silver one. And he's always looked at red. But the red one I looked at there was, I don't know, it's not a good red. And it didn't even have like a bed line there, which we can always fix, but what's this person doing? But I saw that orange one there, and that reminded me of my old Hummer H2 back in 2004. So anyway, consummated a deal on that. Got a discount on it. Would have been nice to get a discount on the gray one. So yeah, that's going to conclude this video. Hopefully
gives you a little taste of what goes on behind the scenes. There is again, I said it earlier, but it is like a part-time job to maintain all these cars. But it's fun. I just didn't get much work done today, but I guess I was doing emails and stuff on my phone. So, back at the toy box. And we'll call, I can get on, I have to put this one over here. Other updates, the 3100 they're working on it. They need new bushings, they need a new control arm. What else? There's a whole bunch of stuff that they have to do to that thing. We'll save that for another video. Well, I gotta head to work. Busy day, surprisingly. So, all in this video here. As always, I appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks.